Like if तुमको एक छोटा क्लब में इवेंट करना है, then you are stuck to that small idea of doing.
The new people who are coming into the scene, they should not chase the crowds. They should rather build a community.
So I worked with like big artists like in all over India. So उनके hospitality में क्या change है?
But managing an event outside of Vadodara was a big deal.
I feel strongly that Vadodara was not ready for that. Yeah. We were a bit ahead of time.
So the Sunburn festival is like the biggest Asia's festival ranked, right? तो ये तो वहाँ गोवा में like popular था. अब बड़ौदा में आने के लिए it's about like a very big thing. How it like went? Like how was the crowd response?
हम लोग वो टाइम पे SFX हमने 2013-14 में जहाँ पे SFX का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं था. That is the time when he introduced SFX to the live shows. So to put up an event, क्या चीज़ें और क्या लगती थी वो हमें नहीं पता था. But then एक इरादा था कि अच्छा इवेंट करना है.
Behind every great event, there is planning, creativity, and execution. So today we are joined by the people who understand that well. So and also people call them OGs of Baroda. So welcome Mervyn and Siddarth. How are you guys?
Thank you.
Yeah. Before you enter the scene, like how was the Baroda's nightlife? Like how you felt कि मुझे इतना बड़ा bigger stage देना है बड़ौदा को and this culture.
Vadodara, I feel always had the culture, the energy, but एक platform नहीं था यहाँ पे. So how we came into picture was that we bridged the gap और हम लोग ने before someone did it, we took the first leap and then the trend started.
Okay, nice. Right. So when I came in Baroda, like it was 2011. Yeah, there were parties going on. The underground farmhouse parties were very famous in Gujarat. And then I met Siddarth and he was planning something at a good level. And I thought, okay, why not get into it, because we knew people are into this scene. We knew people are into EDM. So one fine day we met and decided let's do something that might change.
So in 2011, the brand like Submerge came in Vadodara, and for Vadodara it was a bold move. And how did you take that leap?
So our conviction came from a belief. Basically, we were positive about the fact कि there is this opportunity, there is this growth into this city that we've always belonged to. और मेन चीज़ हमने क्या डिफरेंटली की कि इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजिंग इवेंट हमने कम्युनिटी बनाई. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स वर रिलेटिवली ईजी फॉर अस कि हमने जो आगे जाके हमने जो इवेंट्स किए.
2011 is something when the community was small, and the good part in Vadodara is that you are connected to a lot of good people, So when we started planning about it, there was never a second thought कि होगा कि नहीं. Like Siddarth was connected, he was already in Vadodara. So the venue part, getting the permissions, connecting with Submerge, everything fell in like it was relatively very easy initially. How the execution went was a different thing. But yeah, planning and getting down Submerge was something we never thought it would happen, but there was a belief that we will do it.
Oh. So do Vadodara believed in you, like, or they thought like it was too ambitious?
No. Luckily, we had a good group. Friends. Group was very good, and then, like I said, it's like you have all small groups, and it's a community. Like someone who knows someone.
Yeah.
So it literally helped. And we never faced problems with selling the tickets. That is the biggest issue in any events.
Yeah.
It went smoothly, starting from getting the permissions, the production, everything went very well. So that's put the stone in building the future.
So it was the first event. So what challenges you faced?
So before organizing events, we were just event goers.
Okay.
So to put up an event, क्या चीज़ें और क्या लगती थी वो हमें नहीं पता था. बट देन एक इरादा था कि अच्छा इवेंट करना है. एंड मरविन भाई नोज कि क्या चीज़ें हुई थी. निखिल, वी डिड आवर फर्स्ट शो विद निखिल वॉज देयर ऑन दी वेन्यू फॉर साउंड चेक. एंड उसके बाद का तो मरविन भाई ही बता पाएंगे what went through.
Yeah, so basically event जब होता है तब they send us a tech rider कि ये चाहिए वो चाहिए. So having everything on paper is a different thing, and doing it and executing is a different thing. So we were doing it for the first time with the scale of I think 1,200-1,500 people expected.
Wow. Yeah.
So Nikhil Chinnappa arrives in Vadodara, and then we were supposed to have a sound check. everything was set. We went to the venue, and the first thing he noticed is that the players, the mixers, he was like, "ये नहीं चलेगा, नहीं चले," and we were like, "This is what we have, you know." So उसने बोला, "I don't care. As an artist, I give you a tech rider. You have to provide." And at that time, we both were sweating like, "क्या करेंगे?" Because that player was not available in
Vadodara.
So then we had to call someone in Ahmedabad who left just a couple of hours before the show and arrived on time, you know, and then luckily we were able to start. But that was just the start of it. You know, there are issues with security, you know, so many people coming in at the same time. You have vendors, different vendors, and luckily we had a small team, but it was very efficient. And
also we knocked doors of so many sponsors. And receiving negatives from a lot of people. It didn't, but the good part was it didn't discourage us. So
the biggest challenge was to convert what was on the paper to the real life experience. Yes.
So how was the event after that? Like after that challenges you faced?
Event was a huge success. I mean, about 1,500 dancing heads came in for that event, जो हमने expect नहीं किया था. We were expecting 800,000 people, but then in total 1,500 people came in for the show. And उसके बाद Nikhil was so motivated to come back to the city. So following year we did even an event at a bigger scale. That was about what 2,500 3,000 people. The second event that we did. और फिर हमें motivation मिलता गया कि नहीं, this is a tested thing. And then एक के बाद हम एक event करते रहे.
उस time के लिए 3,000 was too big.
It's very big. I don't think for a EDM gig anyone could have brought in more than 2,000 at that point. We were talking about 2011-12. So most of these people who are evolving right now would have been in schools by then.
I was in school at that time.
Yes.
So it was good. The first event was very good. Event ke baad Nikhil, we had a small after party, and he said that he did not expect to have so much people. People with knowledge. The tracks that he was playing, people were dancing. They had the knowledge, and which led to the next event. Like we did another submerged show, a bigger scale, more artists, bigger production. Because of the first success, we got good sponsors as well. From we had Harley on board, we had Volvo on board. So at that time, getting these people on board was a big challenge. But these people, they walked up to us. Okay, if we can be associated. We had hotels sponsoring us. Artist ke idhar rukao. So the production level went up. The quality of the event also went up. And then we started believing that we can now move up to a bigger scale, because then Baroda was on the maps by then. Every artist knew that Baroda mein aisa ho raha hai. Even Ahmedabad and Surat people were coming down for the event. So
because Baroda was popping out.
So before the second event, I want to share this interesting thing. कि आर्टिस्ट के टीम से वो लोग एक शीट भेजते हैं जिस पे यू हैव टू मेंशन ऑल द डिटेल्स अबाउट द वेन्यू, द अमाउंट ऑफ पीपल दैट यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग, who would be probable sponsors on board, crowd profile and everything. तो मैंने वो टाइम पे still I remember मैंने 3,000 लोग डाले थे. तो the manager he replied back, are you sure, because we are a city in a dry state. कि 3,000 लोग कैसे आ सकते हैं. But yet we did an event with 2,500 dancing heads. And probably that was the beginning of the journey that we see, and how Vadodara has evolved over the years.
Yeah. In fact, Nikhil put in his channel, he had a YouTube channel. He put a live video at that time. Abhi bhi hai wo video. Okay, I can't believe this is Vadodara. Like dry state, no. We have people partying like anything. So that itself was a big inspiration, like such a big artist, putting something like that. And then we started getting texts from different artists that what is next?
What is next? Yes.
So then we decided next time.
और आर्टिस्ट भी उस टाइम पे बहुत आना चाहते थे, like they want to play in Baroda. Sunburn culture associated with metro cities and with some massive parties. So what inspired you to get this in Baroda?
See, there is a story. Actually, we've been once we started doing events, the goal was to get Sunburn somehow, and we actually were trying for at least 2-3 years. We texted them, we mailed, told them about our background, but it did not work. They were like starting from Goa Mumbai metro cities, they never saw Gujarat on their scale, like on their map. And then thanks to the 2 events that we did, and we had that after movie, it went viral. It went viral to the scale that Sunburn themselves saw. They noticed such a big event happening in Vadodara, and at that time in 2013 they had introduced this small IP called Reload all over India, and they put a list of cities. पूरा city का list डाला, उसमें वडोदरा था. We did not know कौन कर रहा है. So I actually put a comment on their post that who is doing in Vadodara, and they replied to me, "It's you guys."
Wow.
Contact us. So that was how we reached out to them, and they were like, "Would you guys be interested in doing a Reload? It's a smaller IP, smaller scale, but would you be interested?" And we were like, "Why not?" And I said, "How?" And they were like, "We saw the after movie of the Submerge." So that's how it started, and then we were like over the moon that at least we got Sunburn. But again, Submerge level and Sunburn level is way different. There are so many protocols, there are so many rules and regulations about organizing Sunburn. The first show was like it was like 15 days of sleepless nights, not before the event even started. But everything went well.
And I mean, for the first show, the amount of tickets that were sold, Shailendra Singh himself, he flew down from Mumbai to Vadodara, and he came in to witness something of this magnitude, because उनको बिलीफ ही नहीं था कि एक ड्राई स्टेट में ऐसे सिटी में ऐसा इवेंट कैसे हो सकता है. And then it was all because of his persistence and the constant support that we received from our vendors, from our venue partners, from everyone. I mean, the community that we were building, सबका support था, तो उसके चलते we were able to do these shows.
All over Gujarat, was the first city.
Reload was the first.
Owner came down.
He himself. So we were supposed to start at 7:30. The first artist. At 7 o'clock we had to close down because we had like 4,500 tickets that were sold.
Yes.
So we got a call from Shailendra Singh that he was taking the last flight at 7:30, and he came down.
Wow.
And we were all amused, and because this was the first Reload in entire of India that he personally went. Baaki wo nahi jata. I mean, he's the inceptor. He's the one who founded Sunburn in along with Nikhil. So it was a big thing, and it was like even more. We were more anxious and nervous because we did not want anything to go south when he himself was coming.
Correct.
Did they hesitate before giving you the show?
No. After what had happened after they got the info about the shows that happened in Gujarat, after the DJs gave them the feedback, they were not hesitant. They were actually looking forward that would we be able to manage such a big thing. And we were like, yeah, why not? It's like 3,000 ho jayega. But we never expected people to go crazy and like 4,500. We had people coming from Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad, Surat, Daman.
Yeah.
So a lot of people flew in.
So the Sunburn festival is like the biggest Asia's festival ranked, right? So ये तो गोवा में like popular था. अब बड़ौदा में आने के लिए it's about like a very big thing. So लोगों को पता था आने से पहले like कि वो कर पाएंगे, कि पहले वो अडॉप्ट कर पाएंगे ये चीज़. Like आपने जब इतना बड़ा रिस्क लिया इधर लाने के लिए, ऐसा तो वो चीज़ अडॉप्ट कर पाएंगे वो, ऐसा आपने कभी सोचा था? और how it like went, like how was the crowd response उसके बाद जब it like boomed out after like sold out the 3,000 plus tickets?
Right. So when we announced, before announcing, Sunburn was a biggest brand. Like at that point, it was the biggest festival in Asia. A lot of people used to go to Goa because they had the festival in Goa, 29th, 30th and 31st. 3 days. They had like 7 stages, massive. So people had the knowledge. ऐसा नहीं है कि पता नहीं था. But for them to, digest कि वो वडोदरा आ रहा है, that was a challenge.
Yeah.
But we had a planned strategy. Like we started announcing with the small logos, like something big is coming. We did a lot of marketing on radio. We had, at that time we did not have influencers, but we had very good team.
Yes.
So we started forwarding messages that something big is coming. And because we already did 2 shows, we had quite a good fan following. So then the best part was that Siddarth had a very good contact with all the PR and marketing agencies. So we had a very good plan on how to go about it on radios. We started advertising that something big is coming. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we also had a very good help from Sunburn. So Reload was the show. Reload is a smaller version of Sunburn Festival. and we need to pay a small amount of royalty to get the show. But again, they decide where the show goes. You cannot just say that hey we want to do reload. They check your background. अगर आपके पास वो infrastructure है, crowd है, will you be able to pull it off? And we ticked all the right boxes. So yeah, the initial 15 days went very well. The show itself was very good. We had at that time we had the best DJs from India. We had IJ from Vadodara. We had Anish Sood, who played Lost Stories. So the lineup was very good. Again, it's the same thing. When they started playing, crowd knew what was going on. उनको पता था. Like they knew कि ये music है. This is what genre they are playing. Adapting like the opening artists and all. So I think from what we gather in the memory lane, it was pretty good, right?
Correct. Yes, and also I strongly feel that the people didn't just come for the event; they came for experience.
Yes.
And उसमें मरविन भाई का बहुत बड़ा रोल था because day one से उनका ये चीज़ होता था कि लोगों को बेस्ट प्रोडक्शन देना है, बेस्ट साउंड देना है, बेस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द स्टेज इफेक्ट्स, SFX. हम लोग वो टाइम पे SFX हमने 2013-14 में जहाँ पे SFX का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं था. दैट इज़ द टाइम व्हेन ही इंट्रोड्यूस SFX to the live shows.
And a name called
Chronicles.
Yeah, he found
stage effects. Yeah. So it was like a thing. It inspired to get more things. Like वहाँ पे जो हो रहा है, we will not be able to do the same things. Yeah. But people are used to at that points. Like we had a flea market on the same day.
Yes.
We had so many stalls. And the best part was Sunburn in Goa, it shuts down at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
This guy is the only guy in Gujarat who pulled it up till 12. He got an official permission to pull the show till 12.
Yeah.
So they were amazed. Even Shailendra Singh was like, how? How? But officially they cannot give you.
Yeah.
But luckily the venue was out, like in outskirts of the city, and Siddarth was able to pull it off. So crowd went crazy.
So yeah, like वहाँ पे मुझे जब मैं I was in the crowd, उस टाइम पे, so I just noticed that वहाँ पे visuals का भी कुछ different था. You have worked that in visuals, like 15 days before, we had a word before, like you used to do a work properly with that Goa guy Vishal Shetty.
Yeah. So we had a team. So we had divided. So Siddarth was in the forefront. He used to take care of all the permissions. Handle all the communication with someone. I used to be on the back end taking care of the production, ground level जो भी है, teams है, artist management है, वहाँ कहाँ पे रहेंगे, stage production है. Visuals we started planning before 10 days. We wanted to get the logos right. We want to have a visual experience for everyone. So the visuals, it took like 7 days to have the entire sets planned. But yeah, again, if you see the video, there is a link in Sunburn. We will give you the details, also the pictures. It was out of the world,
And also one thing that he is missing out on is that he was very much into building a community.
Yeah.
और वो community जो हमने वो time पे जो बनाई थी, आज भी we are like a family today. Yes. And that जो connections वहाँ पे बने थे, वो those people who were into the team back then, they are now brothers.
Yes.
And we are so tight. At the moment कि the seeds were sown by him कि एक community बना के let's promote all of it. तो एक जो साथ में जो काम कर रहे थे उनका भी एक जोश था कि this is not just इनका और मेरा event, it is हमारा event.
हमारा event.
Yeah.
I know some of them and after that I became an official.
You were also part of the team.
Yeah.
I remember
From
you was like
2016.
Very young.
16, 17.
And it was never about money, We both had the same. We shared the same passion.
So what was the feedback like in short, like from the crowd?
जो feedback always was positive in our case, and that encouraged us to do repetitive events. If you would have observed कि हम क्विक सक्सेशन में इवेंट्स करते थे और वो इवेंट्स सोल्ड आउट जाते थे. और एक चीज़ ऐसा था कि whenever we used to organize an event for the following event, हम कुछ नया देते थे उसमें, in terms of visuals, in terms of special effects, कुछ ना कुछ नया होता था. तो वो क्राउड में भी वो एक्साइटमेंट रहता था कि there'll be something new that we will be going for.
मैं वेट करता था उल्टा ऐसा क्राउड के, भाई नेक्स्ट कब आएगा. एंड अबाउट द स्टेज, लाइक आई वुड लव लाइक टू टेल यू दैट आपका स्टेज डिज़ाइन बहुत सही था. and especially about that Carano artist. That was like
Yeah, so that was, we started designing it on the paper, and we realized कि वो, thrust पे नहीं बनेगा. We needed something which could withstand the LEDs at the backdrop. So again, he is a builder. So we said, is it possible to lay out, those scaffoldings? तो उसने बोला हो जाएगा, लेकिन उसके ऊपर LED लगाना is another thing, because
challenge.
local vendors had never done such a hanging those LEDs, because it's a risk. And it took us 3 days to complete that stage, because it was not a square stage. We had a diamond thing. Yeah. So to pull it off, we had to get the visual guy before 1 day to test के visuals ठीक आ रहे हैं. फिर sunburn में से team आती है, एक दिन पहले आते हैं वो लोग to check. So they were also blown के how did you manage? So it was like a collective thing. We had a very good team. There are people. If I take names, it's going to be a longer list. But there were so many people. They are still in touch. Like Siddarth says, it's a family now.
Yeah.
But they helped us enormously. Like staying in the heat, bringing everything alive from the paper to the production is a big deal. Even if it's a smaller scale, because like he said, people wanted something bigger. They were expecting कि શું આવશે, क्या आने वाला है, कौन ला रहे हो तुम लोग? And then it was a happy headache to have. But again, there are drawbacks also, so we had to think a lot. But luckily, I think we did around 16 shows back to back in 6 years. So
that also like coming soon wala poster bhi it gets excited.
Even that has to be approved,
Yeah.
It's so if you break this thing, you have to first send this thing. Doing local shows is a different thing. When you do something like Sunburn, you have to get everything approved. And varna wo log, they put a big penalty on you. Copyrights using their logos.
And also I would like to add so initially जो vendors हमारे साथ काम करते थे, उन लोग को एक रिजर्वेशन था कि पेमेंट्स आएंगे नहीं आएंगे, बट देन वो एक पूरा जर्नी था जो बिल्ड हुआ. बट देन आफ्टर दैट, सिंस एज आई कोटेड इट अर्लियर, कि हम लोग का ऑलवेज ऐसा होता था कि कुछ नया देना है, तो वेंडर्स को भी विद द डिज़ाइंस दैट ही यूज्ड टू मेक, ऑलवेन हिज यंगर ब्रदर, ही वाज वेरी मच इनटू द प्रोडक्शन साइड ऑफ द इवेंट. तो वेंडर्स वर लाइक सामने से कि दिस टाइम वी वांट टू वर्क विथ यू, rather than us going to them, they were like कि नहीं, हमें कुछ नया चीज़ जानने को मिलेगा, सीखने को मिलेगा. बिकॉज वो स्कैफोल्डिंग वाला डिज़ाइन, आई थिंक दैट वाज फर्स्ट इन वडोदरा, और किसी ने वो पहले नहीं किया था. तो फॉर देम ऑल्सो इट वाज लाइक कि ये लोग कुछ नया कर रहे हैं, तो उन लोग के साथ एसोसिएट होना है हमें. तो एक फिर बाद में वैसा हो गया था, वी हैड टू चेरी पिक पीपल कि ये इवेंट के लिए हम आपके साथ काम करेंगे. सो या
सो वर्क विद लाइक big artists like in all over India. So उनके hospitality में क्या change है? Like I used to like देखता था मैं कि कुछ ना कुछ चीज़ें वो लोग मांगते हैं जो बस like very different kind of उसमें tag writer में भी
बहुत सारे random requests हमने fulfill किए हैं. एक ऐसा भी request था from the crew कि यार हम लोग ने कभी भी शेर नहीं देखे. So we sent the entire crew of Sunburn to Gir with everything sponsored from our side, and they're so grateful to us in return for that कि लाइफ में पहले शेर आप लोगों ने दिखाए हमें. So other than also organizing events, ये सब छोटी छोटी चीज़ें, it matters a lot. And coming to what you asked, बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट के see also they are artists. उनके requests और काफ़ी कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट्स भी होते हैं, बट देन हमारा पहले से ही गोल ये था कि वो कैसे हम फुलफिल कर सके. आई एम श्योर काफ़ी बार ऐसे रैंडम रिक्वेस्ट भी हुए हैं which he knows.
He smiles a lot.
Yeah. So it's not just the artist, the level of the artist. If bigger the artist, the requirements are different. There are some artists who will require specific car. They want to fly business class, and that time I think there were only a couple of flights that flew in Vadodara. Right. Jet Airways was having business, so we had to do business class. They wouldn't compromise with that part. Hotels, specific, stars hotels, cars, they need a specific brand of cars. Food, also backstage, we need to provide them with different stuff for them to relax. So it's something we got used to. But you are not so confident what they're going to ask for the next time. because every artist has their own way of requiring. They've been doing a lot of shows in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and then suddenly they come to Tri-State. So you know what happened, and then some things are out of our hands. But luckily, once they got to know us as people, a lot of artists did compromise. Like, "ठीक है, चलो, you guys are doing a good scene, and we're happy."
I know the one example. I will not take the name of the artist, but they came from the AC train.
Yeah.
You know
Yes. We can name the artists because they were
They're very
actually
close.
they were actually performing in Sunburn, Goa.
Yeah.
And the show over here Siddarth was doing on the 31st. So they had their set in Candle in Goa on 30th, and then they did not have any flights to Vadodara. So they had to fly in to Ahmedabad, which was not possible because the flight was very late. Like it was coming at 10 in the night, and they had to start their set at 9:30. So then they were very humble enough to take the train. In fact, I was in the same train with them. So, but yeah, they did come and they never complained up till today.
Love you, Pro Bros. Yeah, I was at the show, same. Yeah, 31st December.
So there are some artists that you love, like, see, we respect all the artists, but there are specific artists that that, they'll bring the crowd, they'll bring the energy, and then there is no extra baggage. You know that you are going to have a good show.
So you guys did the Smash the House stage. So how it went?
So yeah, I would say since we started it, the idea was always to do better, and then we intended to bring a global name like Smash the House stage.
And the artist was like Wolfpack, right?
Wolfpack were the artists that we got them here, but I feel strongly that Vadodara was not ready for that.
Yeah.
We were a bit ahead of time whilst we did that show, and because यहाँ पे लोगों को they knew what Sunburn is, they knew local artists, but then Wolfpack, although they were artists who used to play along Dimitri Vegas like Mike at Tomorrowland, but then उन लोग का उतना connect नहीं था. Although it was a good show, but then I strongly feel that we were a bit ahead of time whilst doing that show. But then that was also a very great experience in terms of we bought them masalas, some Indian masalas that they took back. They also requested us to again send it over to them. The Indian masalas,
Again, the production level was, I think, one of the best because it was Smash the House. We had to put that logo, I think that was 40 feet up.
40 feet, yeah.
And to get it up was a nightmare. Because of the wind, to get it up and get it stagnant and stick around throughout the set was a big deal.
उसमें भी शायद light नहीं जला था. That was a technical glitch. They smashed out. We have to like the pop up, right?
No, so it was not a technical glitch because it was so windy. Earlier it was not. The day the show went on, suddenly after 8:30 it got windy. So for us to have a light, it was backlit anyways, but it was risky. So what we had to do is we had to turn off the lights. We had to actually cover the logo as well so it doesn't fall off. Because it was, I think, 10-15 feet a big logo that was hanging around. So yeah, the lights we had to turn off because we were scared the show might have to be, because these are all things that you have to take care when it comes to a show. There are a lot of things that could go wrong. The weather, the crowd, the security, a lot of things have to be taken care of. By touchwood, everything went well. All of the shows, mostly. Yeah.
So after Vadodara, you took things to the another level, and it was Sunburn Daman with Nuclear, and it was a 2 days festival, pool party and a big stage event. So how was that experience?
Daman was always on their maps. At Union Territory, we have all the privileges that actually everybody looks forward to. And then we got a very good deal with Deltin. And then we named it as Sunburn Weekend. We had around 12 artists in 2 days. Yeah. Again, sold out show. We had Nuclear headlining the show. And then the next day was a pool party.
With
Terry Miko was headlining. But again, all the artists were very good. We had Candice. We had
Sartek, I was there. I was a part of the always.
Yeah. So again, that was a sold out show. We had like 5,000-6,000 people. We had to shut down the doors. But again, that was also a next level experience to do a show in Daman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because we were involved with the regulations and rules from a city like Vadodara, where most of the people and the connects you have. With Daman, it was altogether a different ball game.
Yeah, and from going to have no alcohol in the party to selling it in a proper way, it was a big deal. To have a stall and then managing the stalls, handling the inventory. We were like, oh, yaar, kaise karenge? Because see, production level and everything is fine, but managing an event outside of Vadodara was a big deal.
Correct.
Especially in a union territory where we did not have any connects, local connects nahi tha. Whatever the vendors went from Vadodara. They took the inventory from Vadodara, the sound, lights and everything. Getting the artist to Daman was also a challenge because there is no air connectivity.
Yes.
So we had to either fly them, drive them from Mumbai, or they took a train to Vapi.
Yeah.
So, but again, it was a huge show, massive show. All the rooms were booked for 2 days. The tourism department was really, really helpful. And we pulled out something that we never imagined we would.
The best show in Daman, right?
Yeah, it was. After that, we did 2-3 other shows, but nobody can beat what happened at Deltin with Nuclear. With Nuclear, it is something different. It's like a experience that everyone should have.
Right.
So you got featured in Sunburn Festival book. So how was that?
Yeah, so there was this book.
Road to Sunburn, yeah.
So Shailendra Singh had published that book, and he had mentioned us about he could not believe what happened in Vadodara. He also mentioned that he flew in specially for the show.
That's amazing.
So he had mentioned clear waters and how sunburn had spread over. It's like it wasn't just a thing that was happening in Goa. It had spread all across. Like small tier 2, tier 3 cities were also getting exposure, and that has built sunburn to what they are. I believe that is the people used to go. वहाँ पे 20-25 हज़ार लोग आराम से होते थे any time. But now and then after 2016, it like went off the hooks. We are talking about 80,000, 100,000 people in each show.
Yeah.
And I know the story also. 2019 में you gave me that guest list to Sunburn Goa. I was like कि मुझे guest list Mervyn भाई ने दिया. So they gave me VIP, but I was looking for it was general. आपको VIP नहीं चाहिए? So
And that has to do more not about being just promoters,
Yeah.
but the hospitality that we,
Yeah.
the relations that we
Relation,
have. Till date, anything we want to know or want to get involved, they are always ready. Up till today, they will always call us first. Okay, you have any ideas, anything or any plans to do a show.
कोई भी show आता है बड़ोड़ा में तो they ask people.
अभी भी we almost कोई भी show करते हैं, they ask us कि would you be doing the ticketing? Would you want to be associated with something or the else?
So अभी के scene में और अभी और 10 years के पहले scene में like what's the change you see? The music culture.
So I feel that the time when we started doing events, the genre of music was mainly house music and the big room music that people used to follow. फिर as the scene evolved throughout the country, और भी genres लोग सुनने लगे, and then those like after 2016-17 techno boom चला आया. फिर then for a brief patch dubstep का एक scene था. Then now so पहले collectively सब house music सुनते थे, and then off lately क्या हो गया, people prefer specific genres according to their.
So अभी open air festivals कम है rather than like 10 years ago पीछे एक open air festival बहुत होते थे, but अभी people used to like do a curated show in like closed space like cafes or like banquet, like some of them are doing like a boiler room sets. So आप क्या change देख रहे हो इस चीज़ में, like क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा? Open air में भी हो सकता है शायद techno, but people are not used to it उसमें.
I see अभी भी हो सकता है. It's not that नहीं हो सकता है. I mean people are opting for indoor because techno basically is something that is underground. Whatever parties techno के नाम पे हो रहे हैं, those are not techno. We have done techno parties. Like my first anniversary in Vadodara, it was I did a techno party.
Yeah.
And we got Ashroy from Jalebi Cartel. So they were supposed to be the first techno artists in India. Yeah. So we did an indoor show. Only invitees. It was very good. People knew techno by then. But right now the thing is now everything is artist oriented. पहले कैसा था कि brand oriented. Like submerge हो रहा है, let's go. Sunburn हो रहा है, like now it's like if you get a specific artist, probably people will come. But then it's spread out so much. Everybody wants to do, colleges कर रहे हैं अपने events, festivals हो रहे हैं in house. पहले तो ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. So अगर they know कि Clearwater is doing sunburn, तो they plan their thing कि दिवाली हो है, चलो event है, नहीं जाएंगे कहीं पे. But now if you are getting the same thing in college, कि कोई भी बड़ा artist college में आ रहा है, कोई भी artist, there is a small road show happening, then they'll get an artist. So now it's to do a brand-based or a festival-based event in Vadodara, it's a bit difficult. But I believe still, if you have an artist that can pull off crowd, Siddarth knows about artists because he was the one negotiating and dealing with all of. I mean, he has dealt with. At a point, he was dealing with Wolfpack. They were managed by the same company which manages Dimitri Vegas.
Yes.
So Siddarth can tell you more in details what has changed.
Yeah, so in my opinion, the time when we used to do events, the talent fees of artists were affordable.
Yeah.
Over the years, what has happened is that the talent fees of artists have gone up 3 times, 4 times what they used to charge back then. But then we have to understand the reality of Vadodara as a city. We are a tier 2 city. Back then, we used to do events with 500 to 800,000 rupees tickets. If you ask people to spend about 2,000, 3,000 today, people won't show up. The change in pricing of the tickets has not changed. It's constant, but the prices of artists have gone up exponentially.
Yeah.
And that is the reality that we do not see these kind of talents coming into smaller cities like Vadodara, Surat, Rajkot. All of these cities, they see limited events of the magnitude that we did before.
Do you think like आपने जो plan seed की है उसका कुछ यहाँ पे असर हुआ है यहाँ पे after that?
Of course. I mean, see, I would say I still go for events. I went for a couple of big events to Mumbai. I believe that people that when we used to do the shows, are still going to those shows. I bump in them in the shows. So I realized that even if it's not happening, there are people who will spend, I don't want to say the numbers, they'll spend on tables. They'll get those VIPs. But you see a lot of people going to such big events in Mumbai. So I believe that whatever hard work that went in, a lot of people that are still appreciating, they are grateful that the opportunities that came in along, regardless the fact that we are not doing any event upfront, we are still supporting the cause and the environment.
People needed it. Mervyn को चाहिए, Mervyn and Siddarth. Come back.
Yeah, so I mean that is how we have built. It's always, like I always say, it was never about putting a name forward. It was always about doing something and enjoying it. We enjoyed our share of our time.
Yes, definitely.
And we see the rewards. I mean, not in the way so many events are happening. But when you bump into a lot of people from Vadodara into a show, let's say like Boris Brecha, Eric Preds, we bumped into so many people from Vadodara. And it's such a nice thing that, these guys were
They're still
in the show. They were in the first rows when we used to shoot. So I believe that is kind of a reward.
So what would you like to say to the new event curators and also they are new generation, so उन्होंने इतना सालों से evolve scene देखा है इस music में.
So I would strongly say to the new people who are getting into the scene that don't try to chase crowd, rather build a community. Don't try to copy the trends, rather build an identity. And always be respectful towards all the stakeholders involved, vendors, your audience, the artists, everyone, because culture is something that is built collectively. So my strongest recommendation would be to follow this advice.
Yeah, but now the thing is, I feel they are exposed to so many different genres, different channels, different festivals. You have Spotify, you have so many mediums of listening to music. I mean, you have communities discussing about what genre is going on, what track. I mean, if you go to a party and if you love music, then you'll introduce, your friends will introduce, hey, have you heard this track?
Yeah.
You have Instagram, you'll put a reel and you'll put a track, and then 10 people will go, wow, nice track. So it has evolved. Everybody is evolving. Nobody is, I would say nobody is stuck to a specific genre. Now everybody is enjoying different kind of music. And I mean, that's how it's going to build more and more people, enjoying such kind of festival if they happen. So if they are doing it in Vadodara, I believe if they are chasing their dreams and if they want to bring in experiences, then it's going to be good. Because I believe most of the event managers or event planners who do one shows and then disappear, they basically don't know what they are, what they want to do. They want a name, they want a culture, they want a community. It's a different thing. You need to have a team, you need to have the passion, you need to have investors who believe in you, and also at the end of the day, you need to go extra mile. You cannot just say that, oh, it will be done. Because there are
focus on profit firstly.
Profit is something you cannot guarantee.
And I mean, there's no secret sauce that, for success, कि ये चीज़ करो तो ये चीज़ होगा.
Yeah.
But then it's a journey, as I mentioned earlier as well, कि you have to tick too many boxes और उसमें सब boxes को right tick करना है. It's not just that you do 8 things right and you fail on 2. Organizing an event or putting up an event is, you cannot do good on some and bad on some. It has to be a collective thing that needs to go out to your audiences, to the experience, to your artists. So I mean, it has to be a collective effort.
नहीं सुना था मैंने, like first is like very lost event, second is a break even, third goes like with a profit.
Not with us. But again, the thing is, it's all about how you plan. What is your goal? Like if तुमको एक छोटा club में event करना है, then you are stuck to that small idea of doing. But again, a lot of things matters. Right now, it is how people perceive you. Like they notice everything, right from the venue, the production, sound system कैसा बज रहा है, तुम्हारा security तुमको कैसे treat कर रहा है, what was the things that were sold inside, what was the pricing. So everything matters. Like it's nothing that starts in the when the planning starts. Event के बाद खत्म. No, 15 दिन event के बाद भी you are still chasing something. Vendors will be calling ये damage हो गया. Cops might be calling कि something happened. But you have to be prepared. If you are not prepared, then you are looking at one shows all the time.
And also, as we mentioned and reinforced the fact that कि community पे ज़्यादा लोगों को focus करना चाहिए, कि instead of an organizer you believing कि ये मेरा event है, आपके साथ जो कम्युनिटी है, जो 20, 25, 30 लोग जिनको आप साथ लेके चल रहे हो, वो लोग को भी ऐसा ही बिलीफ होना चाहिए ये हमारा इवेंट है. Like when we used to do, my brother Raj, his brother Alvin, all of them, they felt कि यार ये हमारी चीज़ है, this is our event. Like you also, whenever you used to you also opened for a few artists.
Yeah, I want to add that. Yeah. Okay, first show with Mervyn bhai, I messaged him for like give me some minutes, like 10 minutes का set दे देना मुझे, and he was like yeah okay bro, and I was a crew member, and then after 15 or 20 minutes he messaged me back, so bro you wanna open for Guru? मैंने कहा who Guru? Question में आ गए थे, Randhawa and Percept company, it's a Sunburn company, it's a Percept. So ऐसा तो बोला oh my god fuck yeah bro let's go तो बोला कि you have to open in Ahmedabad, and that was like biggest opportunity I got. So first gig इन्होंने दिया मेरे को like 2018 में for with Sunburn Reload Vadodara 31st NY, and we curated साथ में like with that guy VMF guy, Vibrant Music Festival.
Oh yeah.
Chinmay. Yeah. So that was the first gig इनके साथ हुआ था.
Yeah. That was the first gig after we stopped doing Sunburn.
Yeah, after she.
So then Sunburn kept on reaching out, कि कुछ करो. And there were like-minded people who wanted to do, so we helped them that we'll curate the show.
Yeah.
We'll not be part of any production or anything.
So thank you so much, Siddarth and Mervyn, for your valuable time, and thank you Courtyard for this beautiful space.